Welcome back to Evening with the Dragon Lady. I'm Bebé Davis, and we're going to be talking about the Dragon Lady and more things. So let's get me lit. Get yourself lit. Till the last drop. Waste not. This is the vinegar keel. A beautiful cigar with beautiful Maduro notes, a Brazil blend with a quill tip. This is a count of 10 in this box. Less than $10, about $6.99, $7.99. I special ordered this for my favorite B&M. And also tonight, the Dragon Lady has her DRAGON Snuff bottle. Also, I have the Phoenix on the other side, a very provocative snuff bottle. And any time that you get these type of relics, they have previous owners, so when you become an owner of such a antique, authentic piece, I would say to cleanse it, and what I do is cleanse it with a beautiful of choice incense to take away the presence of the previous owner so it can completely be yours. With my snuff spoon, I'm going to go in and have another whiff of this beautiful snuff by Abraxas, the DRAGON. Beautiful. Handkerchief. Also, I have for the heat the wasabi. A nice heat kick, which opens up the palate, open up the senses. If it gets too heat for you, enjoy some wine. Now this tip is very interesting. It's a quill tip, not the original of how it was first made. It has a plastic tip. Elvis was a fan of this particular style cigar. It is not in the most classic shape, but a cigar nevertheless. So again, welcome to an Evening with the Dragon Lady. So the difference of dragons between Japanese and Chinese, this is what we will be exploring together. Three-toed dragons are Japanese for distinguishing points, and for Chinese it would be five-toed. The snuff bottle that I have, this dragon has 3 toes, so this is the Japanese dragon. 3 toes. So that's what I have. Tatsu, Japanese dragon. That's a generic name for Japanese dragons, symbols of the Mikado. Saru is a Japanese dragon king. The rain dragon. Then Hanru is the 40 feet long dragon that can never reach heaven. That's pretty interesting. And then Riru is the dragon with great eyesight. Then Karu is the 7 feet in length dragon, fiery red. Then Fukuru is the good luck dragon, Japanese. Hai Ryo, hope I'm saying these names right, is the dragon bird similar to Yinglang, the winged and most evolved form of a dragon. Let's think Game of Thrones. Okay. Then for the Chinese dragons, they're like the water snake, the Chayo Long, and Kaio is the scaled dragon. Then you have Long, Lilong or Qilong is the larger than the Chayo, horniest and symbolized as the scholar. Then you have the horned dragon, which is an older dragon, 1,500 to 2,000, and this dragon also has horns. Then you have Yinglang, the winged dragon, and they have no scales, they're scaleless. So, with the differences again, 3-toed for the Japanese and 5-toed for the Chinese dragons. Now, the attitude of the Japanese dragon, they demolish the innocent. So they came into towns and villages and they forced the town to give them beautiful ladies for food. The Chinese dragons were a lot more sympathetic, and they shared on common ground with humans, unlike the Japanese dragons. And so the relationship was a lot more different. But as long as the people were loyal to the Chinese dragon, they were sympathetic and caused them no harm. So I thought that was very interesting. And then the life stages of the Chinese dragon. They could live for thousands of years. Thousands of years. Just let that sink in. So after 2,000 years, they would become a Yinglong winged dragons, scaleless dragons, and the wings were bestowed upon them after about 1,000 years. And again, they are scaleless dragons. For the Japanese dragons, some of their colors, different meanings, different symbols and stuff, gives them their own presence. The colors were given to them because of their parents. Some were white, red, black, blue, yellow. And black dragons, they are like the children of the 1,000-year-old dragons, and it's like black and gold. Blue dragons are of the blue gold dragon parents, and they're about like 800 years old, so under 1,000 years old. And they had pure colors of blue, and they represented the season of spring with the symbol of the east. The yellow dragons are from the yellow gold dragon parents, about 1,000 years older, and they had no symbols, and they were amidst the water. Many of them, you could see them sometimes, other times it could be hidden from sight, and they are the most revered. Red dragons, from the red gold parent dragons, about 1,000 years old, from the west, very much like the black dragons, and they caused the storms in the skies once they fight among each other. So if there's a storm, those are dragons that are fighting. Very, very interesting. So we're gonna line up again my very last vinegar keel of this box. So that's done and done. historical accounts of the Dragon Lady, there's one that comes to mind for a lot of people who are interested in historical vibrations, and this was Empress Dowager Siki, or C. She was of the Manchu Yehenara clan. She was powerful. When you look at the pictures of her, she is super powerful on her throne. She was born in 1835 in Beijing, China. She transitioned in 1908. So some of the names that she was called were the current divine, emperor, empress, dowager. She was buried in Eastern King tombs in China. Her spouse, the emperor, was born in 1852 and he transitioned in 1861. They had one child. The religion was Buddhism. Her story is very interesting. And when you talk about powerful figures in today's women, one comes to mind as far as an actress that I love seeing. And many are familiar with her. If you didn't know the name, you're familiar with the movies In the Face. Is Tsai Chin. One of the most recent movies that many can remember her from is The Joy Luck Club and Now You See Me Too, the second movie installment. She has that look of danger, Dragon Lady. And when you look at her younger pictures, just stunning, but still has that Dragon Lady poise of danger, provocative, cunning, dangerous. Now, she was born in 1936. She's still acting today. 83 years old. Born in China. Her spouse of 1 year was Frank Chang. The marriage was from 1955 to 1956. Very short. One child. different movies also that she starred in was You Only Live Twice, 1967. The Blood of Fu Manchu, that was in the 60s. I'm a film buff, so I love that. She also starred in The Memoirs of a Geisha, The Castle of Fu Manchu. A lot of great films. I think she's amazing. This is live chat, so if you want to chat it up, ask questions or anything like that, chat is available to talk this evening for this live stream. Another great actress that I love is Lucy Liu. I can't even count the films, but she was born in America, in New York, and I love her variety of roles, but definitely you could consider her also a dragon lady with the different films that she does and portrays from one spectrum to the next. It is time for another round of Dragoon. If you are into snuffs or curious about them, they're not only pleasurable, but they're also medicinal. They're great for people who suffer from migraines and people who suffer from sinus issues. And if you suffer from neither, that's good. And it does give you an awake feeling. It goes through the bloodstream very quick. It gives you a nice nicotine hit. Various dimensions of different snuff. This particular snuff is great with various Thai dishes, Asian dishes. Beautiful. I'm gonna have another wasabi peas. And another. And a fig. The Vinegar Kill is a very slow smoking cigar, even if you throw in a lot of deep pulls. Taking this through the nose rises the senses. It's a nice strong sensation that goes through the nose. Make no mistake about that. So it does wake you up, and it has a nice little burn, but still pleasurable and distinctive in taste. This blend is very exotic. Now, speaking of exotic, for the third installment, we're about to go real deep. And when I say real deep, we're going to be talking about one of the most infamous dragon ladies ever, as far as I'm concerned. And I covered this story before. Movies have been made about this true accounts, and we're talking about the dragon lady Tahdah Squadd. Who is Saddah Abe? When we come back, I will tell you, but let me just give you a nice prelude of the Asian culture. And she was very passionate with her passionate lover. It was a forbidden love, forbidden ecstasy, but they went for it full scale. It blows the mind, this story. The encounters involved BDSM, very domination. Moments happened from her to him. He was so enthralled with her. Her past was fraught with a lot of yang more than yin. As their love and escapades grew, because he was a married man, the obsession of each other became deadly. And she, with his orders, he wanted to be choked during their encounters sexually. And she obliged. Very passionate, very dangerous, very, very death by adventure or death of misadventure. It is still debatable for a lot of people, but she was considered a murderess because she choked him until death, because she wanted no one else to have him but her. The full scandal came when she severed his penis, and she stayed with him in his death. She worshipped his penis, and she fled with his penis wrapped. And before she was caught, you just have to come back for that. So up next is Saddah Abe, passion from a dragon lady gone so wrong. But she never apologized for that act. She felt justified. And then there's a mystery to it. So are you gonna come back and lock in for the chill? Come back for more The Dragon Lady Adventures Story Time with me, Cigara Cistar.